Hello viewers, I'm SB and welcome back to ZEPHON, where together, we and the Chiefess are forging a bright new future for humanity that hopefully, wait, why is this all locked up? Okay, there we go. Yeah, forging a bright new future for humanity that hopefully can be just a little bit less, miserable. A tiny bit less miserable for everybody than the one that we're currently living through. So we have just finished a turn in our great war against the Anchorite here, and I mean, his force is looking pretty ragged. He's got some melee troops left. Fortunately, we're able to bait a lot of their attacks into temporary units, fake units, if you will. Our heirloom assassin is catching some fire. She's fine. She's doing fine. She's got trauma kit up next turn. And even with all of that, like, they put a lot of bullets into her. She did not get under half health.
I'm here.
Okay, you need to just hold position for a few turns. Put yourself back together.
Processing updates.
Over here, we have a lot of damage to deal. So,
I'm here.
you're probably just cauterizing this turn.
I can still fight.
Okay, we got drones from the exterminator and a full damage attack. Probably a pretty good time to just throw the drones forward like this.
Ain't no such thing as safe anymore.
Okay, there's guys there too. They really, Jesus, they really do have just a huge number of dudes.
You're going to die now. Knew I should have stayed home today.
Okay, we're gonna be able to get these guys out of here though. That looks like it's not quite gonna be lethal, but those guys are on fire.
For the human race.
So we can split off further damage over to here, I think. Oh, you're the one who just attacked. Or just cauterized. I guess I will move forward at least to try to guard the militants' flank, since they don't auto heal quite as well.
Ready for the human
Alright, you guys are all done. 2 turns left on Assassinate, 3 turns left on the Dance of the Heirloom. How do we want to approach this northern bit? Because some parts of this are looking a little bit uglier. If I move her forward, we could throw the Hashmalim host in behind her.
This body feels more capable.
I'm not gonna lie, I would feel a little bit better if her evasion processor was up. She's taking a fair amount of damage here. Alright, I'm gonna do it. Maybe this is a little
Shaking off the rust.
too risky, but
Continuum substrate disturbance.
I'm also hoping that we're going to be actually removing some of these dudes from combat, right? So that's gonna make things a lot less risky. Alright, if I roll you forward, you can put the end on there, and that means you can similarly
That is an optimal destination.
roll forward and give us a little bit of cover.
Calculators engaged.
Gravitational stress nominal.
So, we've never done this Tessera Core thing. Let's do this. A large mechanical hovering fortification. I'm going to throw it down right here.
Mass accumulation towards the core.
So it has a graviton accelerator. It does some damage, especially good damage against large enemies, none of whom are quite within its range. It does really good Overwatch attacks, so you maybe don't even want to have it attack directly. And then it's got this gravity field ability, but it spawns with no actions. Okay, so
Counting down to the key.
it is at least providing a little bit of bonus cover for her, which I appreciate. We can do an awful lot of damage here. Even just her taking swings at people is breaking other enemies in the distance. She's very impressive, apparently. We can for sure soften up some of these dudes. You're healing. So who still needs orders? We could move you forward, but I don't know that I need to. The Exousia Marauder is moving around kind of helpfully. At least it's like coming up to the front now. Although it didn't fire, I don't think. I didn't see it fire. Well, hopefully she's planning to really help us out. We also have new units spawning.
Gravitational stress phenomenon.
It is unfortunately going to be a minute before these things are at the front. I think I'm going to leave you exactly where you are. Same for you for the moment. I do need to be a little bit careful with leaving my
I will pause.
exterminators so far forward, but I do think there's some value in doing it as well, because it at least it gives the enemy something to split their attacks over. Okay, where are we at? We're doing okay on loyalty now. I guess power is a concern. Or at least it will be, you know, as we continue to build things. And we've got the enemy's city marked, so in theory the Chiefess's units should be moving forward, but I mean, these are some pretty unimpressive forces. They got numerousness going for them. I'll give them that. Okay, the Trials of the Eremite have increased our standing with the Anchorite. That's cool. That's a good time for that. Lots of good stuff happened. I'm seeing a lot of falling back, actually, from our enemies on this turn. Seems like they may have changed their mind as far as attacking us goes. Perhaps a tiny bit late. So let's just start from the bottom.
Knew I should have stayed home today.
Is that, can I not hit these guys? All right, well,
You're going to die now.
that's fine. Shoot across the lake. You for sure want to be attacking something adjacent to you. Although that's not very impressive damage output.
That's in reach.
Okay, I need to be a little bit more careful. I'm not providing my units enough room to approach all the way, it looks like.
I think I can do that.
Okay, we get some decent lasers off here. You are having a little bit of trouble getting to the front as well. Although, this is a turn where the lasers are on cooldown, so what this unit is mostly doing is just setting fire to people. That's an okay way to use the flamethrower.
I'm here. This is what I was made for.
Alright, the Hashmalim host actually did take a pretty serious amount of damage on that turn. These guys just have... Well, no, they have a 2-tile shot.
Risk of collapse.
I'm a little worried that I'm not actually getting through here. Like, these guys are well dug into that fog. We are definitely firing a couple of trauma kits, putting our heirloom assassin right back in real health. Let's make sure we kill this guy before we expend any more resources on the other one.
Vector established. Guessing distance.
Ready for the human race.
Okay, will you get there? You will not quite get there. But that thing will. I probably don't want to roll the host forward at all. Like, it's in enough danger as it is. There's, I suppose, an argument to be made for pulling back, in fact. But
You said something.
I do kind of think that... I don't want to use the word expendable, but
Processing updates.
with the other host rolling up as we're speaking, like, it wouldn't be the worst thing in the world to lose it. Do we want to be attacking these Abcluths, or do we want to... Because I could just fire a laser at these guys, right, from a distance. Come down here. Because I do kind of want to, I want to stop fighting across the entire front of my troops, obviously. It would be really nice if we could do that. Yeah, I'm gonna fall back to here. Have you attacked yet? No. So you can do 4.6. You can get a little bit of damage. I'm surprised at how bad that is, actually. Now this space is open. You can get a little bit in. Okay, like these guys are weakened. Oh, you have 2 actions. Well, that doesn't seem fair. So this has a 1 turn cooldown. Gravity field has crazy movement cost, deals damage each turn. Bonus damage against large. Huh. You almost have lethal there. But it eats an actual action. Okay, I see. So you guys have attacked. You should probably move to a more forward position.
I think I can do that.
You have attacked, and maybe it's time to back up, actually. Yeah, probably. For safety's sake. Which means that there's not really a reason for you not to fall back, but at this point with the health, also there's not compelling... Yeah, I'm not going to move. There's not really a compelling reason to run either, because we're very ready to keep fighting. Okay, so I guess I'm food negative somehow. Give me a greenhouse farm. We'll just keep countering our resource penalties as they appear. Next turn we get the upgrade for our Icarus satellite, and then we will run down the rest of our influence with that. It does feel like our army is like finally waning.
Processing updates.
Right, we've been able to project an awful lot of force with just this many units for a very long time. I think at this point probably the technologies we're researching are not super relevant. Okay, and this is where we would like to... We'd like to get a clean assassinator off on one of these guys and just completely finish breaking everybody. So...
Processing requested
I think you're probably the ideal target for that.
Counting down to now's the time to make my mark.
Okay, yep, and that is completely zeroed out morale. I do feel like AI units that have literally zeroed out morale should probably, like, actually run away or something.
I think I can do that.
Let's run up behind you and execute you. The Tessera Core does not get to move, but it does get to fire. And then to fire. What an absurd thing. I guess let's run up and grab their forward fortifications. Wow. Okay. Hi, everybody.
tactical intelligence.
We found all the remaining units.
Processing requested coordinates. Countermeasures engaged.
I mean, you guys may as well attack. They might be dead. They might be irretrievably dead, unfortunately. I'm gonna run you all the way forward here because we probably don't need fresh lasers to kill this guy. Do we have somebody? Yeah, you have spent lasers and can finish this off. And then you can run up and maybe provide enough of a distraction to keep the Splenetics alive. I guess pick on this dude. How much damage are we looking at here? A lot. With the upgrades, a lot actually. So yeah, we can flatten that one. It would be super cool if these guys survived. I don't know how likely I think that is, but it's at least possible. So I think we're gonna roll forward enough
Optimal destination.
to kill this guy. And I'm wondering to what degree we even want to bother with these two. Like, I could just push the city, right? At this point, we know enemy cities do not survive for very long under our combined assaults. So let's yeah, let's roll up there. I know we haven't actually healed that unit yet, the host, but for the same reason, I'm going to run this guy forward. Like, let's get our abilities over here. Let's mass up, and then we'll figure things out afterward. Okay, the Splenetics narrowly survive. Chieftess's units are, in fact, actually doing battle. I appreciate.
This isn't the world I knew.
Going to want to withdraw here, obviously. So, do I? This thing is permanent, right? Like it's a real unit. It doesn't have the summon trait. It just hangs here and is horrifying. And in 2 turns we can make another one.
You said something.
Just absolutely bananas. All right. Let's be a little bit cautious here because I am not ready to provoke the ire of the city just yet.
Made for. Ready for the human race. I hope this hurts a lot. Knew I should have stayed home today.
I don't know that we're gonna quite be able to kill that thing. You guys might be able to get in range, so I'm gonna have you fall back to like here, I guess.
Ready for the human race.
Okay, if they can make it to the site, then yeah, they can finish the job. That's fantastic. So next turn, we totally are ready to just like rush the city.
Tactical intelligence is at your disposal.
Sadly, we won't quite have drones available for it.
Tactical intelligence is at your disposal.
You guys are not really going to be able to get in range, but we can use this unit's drones to tank the Overwatch approach from the city. With this unit only having 4 bodies left, I think we're safe enough to run up here, take a shot, and then that way we can potentially provide like the aura for attacks next turn.
Don't make me wait, please.
You are going to get aggressive. It does look like there are no enemy forces to prevent us from approaching from this angle. And we're a lot faster than the units that they have left on that front. These two Akron zealots are going to be hard pressed to keep up with us. This city might be dead by the time they catch up with the flank of our forces. Okay, this is looking pretty good.
You said something.
All right, so I can get you up here. 1, 2. So I probably don't actually want to get adjacent.
Processing requested
You want to
coordinates.
go like here,
Incoming attackers.
take a little laser shot.
Processing updates.
No, wait, hold on. Spawn my combat drones.
Deploying offensive support.
Okay, there we go. Eat that Overwatch fire. And now people are free to approach.
Shortest dimensional route plotted.
So we do want to use our flamethrower. I'm unsure like how much effort I want to put into killing this guy, because we do want to kill him. But, you know, I want to minimize the number of units that are devoted to this and maximize the number of units that are devoted to this part.
Optimal destination.
Getting the fire started is a good idea for sure. Can you? Nope, you cannot take the shot without moving, sadly.
Here. All what's left of me is.
Does anybody? You have fresh lasers. Okay, we'll sacrifice
I can do that.
optimal forward movement here to clean that guy up with 1 shot, and then
That's in reach. I'm here. All what's left of me is.
just get close and do damage. I guess I can't quite make it to attack the city with this unit anyway, so
Tactical intelligence is at your disposal.
The Abkloots get it. If I ghost walk... Nope. Can't get adjacent with this one either.
Tactical intelligence at your disposal.
Well, I think we still run down here. We're gonna have Suthodai's Kiss this coming turn. I'm not sure what order the effects will apply in, if she'll get healed at the beginning of the turn for standing in the bleed, or if, you know, it might be the case that it applies terrain effects and then adds to your research or whatever. But I guess we'll find out. I could almost kill you.
Vector established.
I mean, it would be better to get rid of this unit since it is right on top of us. Okay, I guess we got a high damage variance there. Oh, hey, look at that. Okay, so they got a couple of units tucked away. They were going to try to surprise us with, I guess.
That is an optimal destination. Deploying offensive support.
This body feels more capable.
Oh, you get to level up. You know what? Y'all can probably just park inside of this outpost.
At your disposal.
Already there.
The hover units have hit the part of the terrain where everything is like really densely together. And there's a non-zero chance the Tessera Core will get to fire on these units as they approach if they're not careful about their pathing. It kind of depends on how the Exousia Marauder herds them. But overall, this is looking, I think, pretty grim. That's a lot of HP, I'll say that. That's 6 armor on a 126 hit point city. So this is far from trivial. But we did bring an awful lot of guns. I guess you need to grab another tile? I don't know that it matters too terribly what it is. Okay, seems like what's left of their stuff is not even coming after us. She'd come to you in a dream, lead you to her world, look crushed when you told her you couldn't follow through the bleed. With a kiss you can, she'd say, and then press her lips to yours. The tendrils enter your mouth. You'd wake up, and the next day, walking through the bleed would feel like her lesions still grazing your skin. Cool. Let's all just not think too hard about that. The Seraphim Archangel, a mechanical hover titan that obliterates enemies with its singularity blade. Well, I'm going to tell you, I do not think there's any chance that we are going to actually get to see one of these in action, but too cool of a thing not to research it, I think.
Vector established. Reducing distance.
All right, we got some units that are almost present. They're gonna be ready to join the front any day now. So the headquarters attacked the exterminator.
Processing updates.
That makes sense. They did 6 damage. Okay, so we're going to run her up here. We are definitely going to remember to apply the crossback this time, which I did not remember to do last time.
Now's the time to make my mark.
And then let's deliver some attacks and then consider moving some units out of the way here. Like, it probably makes sense to back you up so that we can point blank then...
You said
Oh,
something.
I'm not allowed to combat drone in that space. I guess it's like it's up a cliff from where they're standing. It's high enough that that's
You're flying now.
interfering.
Knew I should have stayed home.
Okay, you guys can make it to here. I don't actually want to move the Hashmalim host any closer, but I do think it's probably the Tessera Core weapon has 3 range, right? Yeah. I think we're just going to go ahead and construct another... Oh, I can't do it there. Well, you have 9 HP and the city has blind right now. It's probably safe to do this.
Mass accumulation towards the core.
That's going to make that really ugly for the city.
That's in reach. I'm here. Or what's left of me is.
All right, so We can move some of these things out of the way to make room for
That is an optimal destination.
the exterminators to get in and apply their flamethrowers.
That is an optimal.
I mean, obviously we already have the on fire effect, but just getting maximum number of weapons applied to the city.
Measures engaged.
Okay. Who else has the ability to do things? You could be over here next turn. That's probably a good idea.
Distance.
These enforcers are exactly where they
Don't
need
make
to
me
be.
wait, please.
You guys could be up and doing
That's
damage.
in reach. I hope this hurts a lot.
And there's no reason to hold off. We want to be firing the Icarus satellite on cooldown here as well, because, like I said, I think we're done. I think we're pretty close to done here. $54 HP remaining.
Ready for the human race.
The last days of Earth. That is a hell of an illustration. Things are coming to a head. Your spies have finally obtained intelligence on ZEPHON's factories. They're assembling something massive in the depths of the ocean. Akron's survivors across the wasteland are flocking to the Anchorites' camp. Well, this is a really bad time for them to be doing that. Rumors circle the land like vultures. Refugees flee from the cities. Gunrunners are lining up customers. No one's declared war, but everyone can sense a great battle is coming. Everyone has declared war.
Closing chat window.
Okay, Zephon's regrouping. Although this is actually exactly the message we got when we killed him. Okay, I don't really know what to make of that. Wait 5 turns before choosing a side for the climactic battle. Weird. Anyway.
Never see it coming.
I don't think we need to fight any of these units because I'm pretty sure we can just kill the city. Has 30 HP left.
You said something. I hope this hurts a lot.
Okay, 9 remains. Let's back you up
Coordinates.
and let a drone in here for maximum damage.
That is an optimal destination. That is an optimal destination.
4 HP, and it's on fire.
Tactical intelligence is at your disposal.
You guys can... I guess they don't even have to move. Oh, but you can't.
Said something.
That's weird. For whatever reason, this unit can't move despite having 4 movement left. Well, whatever. Whatever, there you go. To have spent a lifetime studying desert mysteries, to have understood eternal life, power, to have followed a voice across the stars, to have dismantled our lives, our civilization, to have traveled for eons to this degraded end, to accept this ending with grace and bliss, to thank you. And then they're dead. And then, oh, okay, victory. I guess we're not waiting 5 turns for the climactic. That seems strange. Well, hold on. Maybe not. Okay. Cheers break out around the table when you share the news. The war is finally over. Freedom has returned to the wasteland. After a fashion. You know, there's still all the resource problems and everything. Your surviving comrades all gather round for drinks, asking each other what they'll do with the war over. Whatever the hell you want, you roar as you enter the room. Build house, start fight club, knock down buildings. Just whatever you do, make sure no one's telling you to do it. That feels... okay. That feels like sort of an immature approach, and also a really good way to get controlled while pretending not to be controlled. The cheers grow louder and louder. It doesn't matter that someone needs to pick up all the pieces, keep your people clothed and fed. For now, there's just jubilance. Jubilance and... static? Your hearing augs must be shorting out again. You reach up to touch them, and everything freezes around you. You aren't free just yet. Okay, that's something. At the moment of victory, of your supreme triumph, everything stops. Everything. You've suddenly sunk into a great absence, your body unresponsive, every sense straining for input but receiving nothing. You scream silently with frustration, with sudden fear that this could be permanent, that you've had a stroke, that this could be for... Then communication strikes every sense at once, the volume beyond bearing. Synesthetic, you feel it in your absent teeth, eyes, skin, bones, but you bear it because you must. Expected failure, shifting again. And then it speaks again, and the contrast alone, the change from silence to everything all at once, shreds what is you, and there is fragmentary suspension, dissolute in the void. But infinite time is given unto you, and eventually you recoalesce, and are, and it senses this, and it speaks again. Interloper, inelegant, persistent, questions. Sorry, what? What are you? What are you and what is happening? Lacking time, questions, and answers collapse into one thought. Wait, is this me? This is me talking. There's quotation marks around it, but this is not the way our character speaks. But obviously this is the way the thing speaks. Lacking time, questions and answers collapse into one thought. I want to ask, what are you? What am I? What am I to you? How can we communicate? But you are so impossibly beyond my understanding, and yet my mind already knows. I struggle to comprehend how I end up here again and again. Who is the I that is here? Whether myself is authentically the people I have been, alongside something more fundamental. But if they are all puppets, what is the unknowable that pulls the strings? Are you the puppeteer? Again, the timeless insanity. Again, the impossible relief agony of its speech. A stage of being, to us, fleet, weakest, folly, to you, infinite. Already you return to the loop. Such a mind cannot bear much truth. Here, a gift. Unlocks mutator, what are you? Which can now be enabled for future playthroughs. Huh. Okay. So the game did end. We did in fact win. I don't know if what is this measuring? It's a graph with no markings on either of the axes. And it just says this is how much diplomacy we're doing. Yeah, you can see the point where things really started to go sideways for our opponents. It's interesting that I would like to see the non-player factions graphed as well. Just out of curiosity, you know? I think this puts into relief something I was curious about. Like, we continued to build research buildings throughout the mid-game, and I was wondering, like, is this the amount of research the game expects you to be doing? Should we be pushing faster? Am I pushing beyond expectations? But the fact that we were behind everybody else in research until the mid-game, I think, it gives me a sense that we were on the right track, at least. All right, well, can we still do this thing? Yeah, I would like to see this Last Days of Earth thing through. I think it's very weird that it would pop you that quest and then not actually make you wait. Like the game can still end. You're gonna run to safety. And I guess there's not like a ton for us to do at this point then. We should probably... it has revealed the entire map, which is kind of cool. We should probably grab some outposts, I guess.
I think I can do that.
Yeah, things that have become neutral or things that still belong to the Anchorite, because it turns out there's a weird amount of stuff that still belongs to the Anchorite. Let's have you fall back to friendlies here. Try to keep you alive.
Shaking off the rust.
Yeah. No reason not to just bounce this dude. I don't really know what my expectations are at this point, so I'm kind of thinking I just want to pull my units back to my cities, except for the ones who are gathering checkpoints or outposts. And you, yeah, hard to say. I guess, you know, we don't have any quantums being manipulated. You know what I could use as a cryo fabricator, actually. Why don't you cryo fabricate me? We're getting a little low on chip income. Ah, that's a lot of loose neutrals.
Your child exterminator is online.
I'm a little annoyed that
The human race.
the Anchorites units weren't removed from the map by it losing
I think I can
the
do
war.
that.
I do feel like that should have probably happened. So let's figure out how to finish off some of these dudes. I don't really want to spend a lot of time on the war at this point, obviously, because we have other things to prepare for.
Requested coordinates. Tactical intelligence is at your disposal.
You could run over there and do some real damage.
Never seen me coming.
Hello? That is an optimal destination.
I think a lot of our units are going to be
Intelligence is at your disposal.
running away more than anything else. I can't even kill you. All right, and we'll probably try to save the. We'll probably try not to fire the satellite weaponry anymore until
Processing updates. Repelling attackers.
until we see what the quest that we're on is.
Already there.
All right, move you to here. Can you not hit? Nope, you can't hit him from
I'm
there.
here.
That's fine.
All what's left of me is. That's in reach.
Okay, and then we can head back. You. This one's pretty low on health. I guess we should be a little careful.
Requested coordinates.
I can't believe how powerful these things are. This is.
I'm here. All what's left of me is.
I will say, I really like. One thing I'm really enjoying about this is that the high level technology
Processing requested coordinates.
that you unlock really feels like high level technology. You go through the effort to get this stuff, and it feels insanely powerful, and that is very cool. I don't know, just I guess hold position for the moment. I'm gonna hold position outside the city
I will pause.
because I am gonna have the city build one more just while we're in 2 turns. I could start building a Seraphim Archangel instead, I suppose. Yeah, we'll do that.
I'm here.
What's up?
I'll pretend this is optional.
I would accept a gift from you, absolutely.
Come back soon.
That really was not a lot of resources.
I think I can do that.
Okay, for the most part, we're just going back to the cities.
I think I can do that.
I guess if I'm gonna mark a tile for you at this point, it's gonna be more like up here. Can I unmark this tile? No. Yes. Okay, I guess just clicking on it one more time seems to have removed the mark, which is weird.
Vector established. Reducing distance. Processing updates.
All right, and if we run away between the two sky forts, then we don't have to worry about the Anchorites' remaining forces following us, because they'll get gravity fielded into pieces if they try to get anywhere near us. So you're waiting on purpose. You have building slots open. We're not hugely in need of anything in particular, but I guess do that.
Gravitational stress nominal.
Okay. Reduce the cost of the influence cost of the temporary buffs. I mean, that's pretty whatever. The Seraphim Archangel or the Cherubim Titan gets Okay, gets a deflector shield. Sure, why not? So, can we actually build one of those? What is the resources that it requires? Ooh, we need a lot more of some of this fancy shit. Well, all right. Go to sleep, I guess, until then, because I feel like I have enough units that it's kind of annoying to command them already.
There is an ultimate destination.
I don't really want to take on any more.
I can still fight.
Processing linguistic coordinates. Vector established. Reducing distance.
Okay, you're just outside of range.
Processing linguistic coordinates.
I could go for a walk.
I think I can do that.
Processing linguistic coordinates.
I could probably give everybody like big multi-turn move orders and just hit, do queued moves every turn, but I don't trust them. I don't trust them to behave sensibly in that situation.
Closing the gap.
Processing updates.
Okay,
There is an ultimate
we are almost there, within a mile of home.
That's in reach. I hope this works.
I may as well help them out as we're running past, right? There's no particular reason not to.
Oscillating.
Although I guess, the particular reason would be so that your lasers are as warmed up as possible. But I don't know, we're not in that much danger.
Vector established. Reducing distance. Vector established.
Grab that real quick before they can.
Vector established. Reducing distance.
That's in reach.
It is wild how many units she has. Like, I'm assuming she doesn't... The non-player forces must not have the same kind of, resource requirements that the player forces do. Because if they did, it's a little bit difficult to imagine, right? Them being able to, field an army that size. Just upkeep costs alone would be totally unreasonable, I would think. All right, here we go. It's time. ZEPHON and the Anchorite have gathered their forces. Intelligence reports are unclear, but it's plain to see that they have each mustered monstrous weapons to wage a great final battle. The Anchorite spoke of monsters in the bowels of the Akron fleet. ZEPHON's factories have finally gone silent. Whatever it was building is now complete. Your best chance of survival, of ultimate victory, is to pick a side. Go it alone, and you risk being crushed between the unspeakable might of two great powers. But if you stay independent and live, it might be you who rises as the leader of a brave new Earth. Well, me and the Chiefess are both going it alone, sort of. Alone together. The skies thunder with the roar of monsters. ZEPHON forged a battalion of titanic walking battleships, and the followers of the voice brought forth a horde of ungodly monsters pulled down from the stars above. You survey your forces one last time before hell opens up on Earth. Fear, anger, and despair are common, but so are defiance, hope, and confidence. Perhaps unearned confidence. Like you, your people refused to bow to a pair of would-be gods, scrapping over the fate of existence. 2 decades ago, the Akron and ZEPHON began warring over who would replace humanity. Today, you are joining the fight. If you win, humanity will be free of this damnable struggle. Lose, well, if you lose, at least you die free. You owe nothing to these false gods, and they will get nothing from your corpse. It's like, this is kind of weird, all this stuff about, the fate of existence, because the Akron are from outer space. Humanity is not the whole of existence. We know there are things living out in space.
Praetorian.
I don't know.
Ready.
Okay, your comms officers pick up a transmission on the frequency you accessed when you rescued the Splenetics. It's in code. A woman repeats 5 coins over and over. Briefcase, pedal, carton, void, transit. Before you can decipher it, Splenetic sleeper agents step out of the shadows. They'd hidden in your population. Now they've been ordered to aid you in the Battle of the Titans. Okay, so it's cool that the decisions that you made during the game can affect how this thing goes. So we got some units of Splenetics, but does anything actually happen? Yeah, we got We got an Acrin Titan. I can close my eyes and block out the Titan's limbs, the flesh, the mouth running down the center of its torso, but it's the goddamn smell that won't go away. It sounds crazy, but it smelled like breaking bones. Well, okay, this description gets a little grim. Like your leg twisting all the way around, your foot turned backwards, your arm crushed by a boulder. It didn't smell like the pain or the blood, just the sensation of looking at your own body and seeing how wrong it was. Okay, so it's a biological titan that can pull enemies into its causal well and devour them. It has a devouring maw that deals 32 damage and ignores effectively all of your armor. But, you know, it bleeds, and as such. Okay, so it heals everything around it. Friendly stuff gets healed, unfriendly stuff gets damaged. Has an abyssal miasma that lowers the morale of attacked enemies. Usable when the enemy can be pulled to one of the 3 free adjacent tiles closest. Okay, so this thing, it can pull you in. That's fine. The art's very rad, though. Yeah, look at that shit. Okay. Very, very cool. So there's 3 of those and 3 of the other thing. Sentries, hammerheads, wardens. ZEPHON always had this attachment to human machines, like it could look inside them and see the monsters that made them. Its Titan was a machine of deep anger, carved from the heart of a rusted battleship that once ferried death back and forth across the ocean. So this thing constructs wardens and rains death and destruction on a large area. Okay, so they're against each other, though, right? They just appear in the middle of the map, and they fight, and we pick off the survivors, probably.
Tactical intelligence is active.
You might want to just hold position until healed there, friend.
I will pause.
Yeah, good thinking, good thinking. Roll you forward to prepare to do the same thing. I mean, we're just gonna kind of like gather around
Processing requested coordinates.
and see what they do. And I am not going to shoot
You said something.
at them prematurely or anything. I'm not going to spawn new units. We're just going to let them do what they're going to do.
Infinite time. Why hurry?
Yeah, actually, y'all just kind of hang out right here. Oh, this thing's still chasing me. Stop it. What are you thinking? You guys are ready to run forward, I think. This Abcon is like kind of in an annoying spot. I'm not going to spawn drones just yet. Mostly I want to see what these things are going to do before we make any real decisions.
Shaking off the rust.
Processing updates. Adjust language. Reducing distance.
Ooh, okay, hold on. These are different splenetics. What kind of unit are you? Soldiers equipped with Praetorian armor. So you have antimatter swords. No ranged attack, but antimatter swords. A jump pack, cool. Just the ability to just like spike your morale. I mean, that's neat.
It's a long way.
Welcome aboard. Maybe like group up with the hero. Abcon has gotten too close to the city.
I think I can do that.
All right, I guess let's see what goes on here. I'm actually going to turn the animation speed back down a little bit. It's weird that hold on, what's the base animation speed? The way this is expressed is really strange because you would expect 100% would be the speed of animations. That's the normal speed, and then you would roll it up from there to get it faster. We'll turn it down to like 50. I kind of want to see them fight, you know? They're not fighting each other as much as I was hoping. Oh, they're doing cool stuff though. Yeah, all right. I'm gonna change my instructions for our teammate here. So this is a good reason to be like really, really all teched up, because at the end of the game they will spawn some insane monsters for you to fight.
Mate, this body feels more.
And I guess if the game hasn't resolved meaningfully by the time this happens, then this is gonna resolve some shit. Oh wait, how do I? Yeah, there we go. Okay. So I don't know that I necessarily want to play out the huge battle, but I did want to see these units do cool stuff, because I think like one of the strongest things about this game is the art,
Counting down.
and that remains true here. All right, just gonna smash all these trauma kits, because yeah, I was traumatized because they did trauma unto me, and then I guess I want to like move to here, spawn a Tessera Core on like this tile.
Mass accumulation.
I'm gonna fight these things a little bit, just to kind of get a sense of how difficult it would be to actually kill them.
Vector established. Addressing distance.
I would probably want to go ahead and spawn my dudes here.
Repelling attackers.
So it's not a huge amount of damage,
This body feels more capable.
but it's basically like fighting a city, right?
Offensive support.
Oh, it's a shame I can't get. Well, I guess the way I constructed this thing, I was never going to be able to get adjacent to the host anyway. So you just get over here and make room around it, so that the other one can roll in, and we can also do the same thing. Poke, poke, poke. But I do think they're just gonna kill my units. It seems like they tore apart the other destroyers very, very quickly, right? Icarus satellite for 11 damage. It's
This body feels
like
more
5% of its health. Which is, you know, she can do more
capable.
damage
Time to make my mark.
in a single round of melee combat than the orbital launch satellite, which I guess is something she should be really proud of. We're definitely turning on the evasion processor here. And
Strange loops present. Risk of collapse.
okay, right, we spent your action already. Okay, you guys can't really get anywhere. I guess just
I hope this hurts.
shoot at it from within the zone here. Shoot at it from within the outpost.
Gravitational.
Oh, I should have rolled these guys forward first.
That is an optimal destination.
All right, you get to go to there.
Strange loops present.
You can
Risk
go
of
to
collapse.
here, and then give me a Tessera Core
Fivefold mass accumulation towards
nearby.
the core.
Countermeasures engaged. Deploying offensive support.
And you know, this adds up to be a fair amount of damage, right? Especially once with the cores going active and
I'm
everything.
here. Or what's left of us. I think I can
Should
do
definitely
that.
get you up to here, where unfortunately you can't really do anything. I mean,
You're going to die now.
at this point, the faster we take care of the Abkhan, the faster
You
the
said
chiefess's
something.
units will focus up with us. So there's something
Don't
to be
make me
said for
wait.
that as a strategy, I suppose. You're good.
Blending in.
You are also shooting at an Abkhan, because it never stops with these damn things.
You said something.
They did manage to spawn at like just a really annoying moment, right?
That's in reach.
Okay, you're gonna run up and just
Aye.
cauterize your wounds in the face of the apocalypse. That'll show them. I'm not afraid of you. All right, let's see what their retaliation looks like. Let's see how ugly this is. I was kind of expecting them to fight each other a little bit, though. You know, the text suggested that they would fight each other. And like, her units are not good, but they're so numerous that I think the monstrosities are going to have a real problem taking them down, just because they can only attack so many per turn. Yeah, they are really rad to look at, and they have very cool attack animations. The broadside cannon fire from the ZEPHON Titans is so rad. So I think we have verified at this point that our army is not up to this task, and we would not win this battle. Gravity field your ass. Yeah, 6 damage. Can you please catch up? You can just barely catch up. Okay. We would want to run field over to as many of them as possible. Okay, that was both of your actions, I guess.
That is an optimal destination. How many attackers?
I do wish that the animations were a little bit faster. I do wish that the animations could play over each other a little bit more. I think it does suck how much time we spend waiting. I guess we would really want to focus all of our units up on one of them, right? Taking down one of these things would be a huge victory.
You said something.
It is not something that's going to happen, probably.
I think I can do that. I hope this hurts.
Because, yeah, they shredded, like, a huge part of our army already. Okay, so in the end, the way this particular story of humanity plays out is, we all get et. But there's a version of this where I did even more research, and we maybe have access to some of those Archangel units and stuff that is perhaps a little bit more hopeful. It does rule that there is like a monster apocalypse at the end of the game, though. I think it's extremely in tone. And yeah, geez, look at these fucking things. What a nightmare. All right, so here's the thing. Despite this being extremely cool, and I do think it's extremely cool, I kind of feel like we've probably some of you saw this coming with the way I was talking earlier in the episode. I kind of think I've run my course with this game. Like, I love seeing the art assets, but I don't necessarily love I love the look of the toys, but I don't necessarily love playing with them. And turns are extremely samey. There's not really a lot to do because it's so entirely combat focused. It lacks a lot of the kinds of things that usually keep me invested in 4X games. So I think this is gonna be the last episode of the series, but hopefully this has sold the game to those of you for whom it is a better fit, because like the thing they're doing here, they are doing at a level that is frankly unparalleled, and especially in terms of the creature design and the animations and the atmosphere of the whole thing. It is really just like really, really extraordinary. This has been very cool. That is going to be it though for us for today and for this series. The Earth was eaten by horrible monsters, and truly, who can say that we did not deserve it? I think we did a lot of work to earn this outcome over the course of this game. When you come back next time, we're going to be on to something new. There are so many exciting things from 2024 that I still want to check out before we start talking about like Game of the Year stuff. So I am in a little bit of a hurry too. That's also part of what's contributing to this decision. So come back for some of that, and we'll see you then.